there's a new trend in U.S. college campuses, and that's the study of capitalism. Since the 2008 financial crisis, the number of courses that explore capitalism and its origins has grown. More young people are trying to understand the so-called Great Recession. Karina Huber has more.
Stagflation, supply-side economics, the OPEC oil embargo of 1973. These are just a few of the things covered in the History of Capitalism course at the New School in New York.
We're going to be talking about the economic malaise of the 1970s.
Professor Julia Ott hopes by studying the past, her students will reject the status quo and see that economic systems are constantly in flux.
There's this plasticity and this malleability and this ability to intervene in capitalism and shape it to a certain extent, through policy certainly, but through philosophy, through ideas.
Harvard was the first to offer a comprehensive program on the study of U.S. capitalism back in 2008. Since then, other schools like Princeton, Brown, and the New School have increased the number of capitalism courses they offer their students. Professors say the increased interest in such courses stems from the global financial crash of 2008, which caused stocks and home prices to plummet. It also had a big impact on many young American lives. Teenagers and recent college graduates continue to have lots of difficulty finding employment. This has caused many to question Wall Street and the system that supports it.
I think capitalism is a good system. I just think it needs some corrections.
I think it's really the best lens to look at American history through, because the entirety of this country seems to have come out of profit motives.
What are some of the things that we know that policy...
Professor Ott says those attending her courses before the financial crisis were mainly interested in working on Wall Street. Now she sees a different kind of student.
There's a sense that something's just not working right, and that a laissez-faire, markets know best, markets operate best when governed least, that there are fewer and fewer students who kind of start from that perspective.
The money seems to be there for them.
Ott says many of her students are conflicted about capitalism. They blame it for a lot of the economic disparity in the country, but also don't like the idea of more government spending, which would increase the deficit. Sounds a lot like the debates going on in Washington and the Eurozone. Karina Huber, CCTV, New York.